Look, man, what part of this don't you understand? I don't deal with smart mark talk. I don't deal with smart marks in general. The most smartest thing you can tell me is that the Bucks and Omega, they have characters. Do you know what some idiot told me that really triggered me? This dude said that I don't mind if the Bucks and Omega come to the WWF because they have characters. And I'm tired of Drew McIntyre because Drew McIntyre is boring. He said that with his own words. I'm like, the hell are you talking about? So, what you're saying is the Bucks and Omega are more entertaining than Drew McIntyre. You're saying they are better than Drew freaking McIntyre, a multiple-time world champion. Really? Is that what we're doing? Dawg, you gotta take that smart mark stuff off my channel, man. This is not a smart mark channel. I don't deal with stupid, dumb statements like that. Look, I'm not a fan of Drew McIntyre, but I'm not gonna sit here and lie and say the Bucks have a character, Omega has a character, and they are more entertaining than Drew freaking McIntyre. See, that's called being objective. Just because I'm not a fan of a guy, I'm not gonna sit here and say these three other guys are more entertaining than he is. No, I would never say that's stupid. Now, what this video is about is, okay, let me test you then. What is their character? Right? What is Omega's character? What are the Bucks' characters? See, I hate when people say, oh, this guy has a character, she has a character. Okay, what is it? See, I've always seen this in comment sections. This guy has character. I like his character. Okay, what's his character? Can you describe it? If you can't describe it, that means he has no character. The Bucks, they have no character. Can you literally describe the character to me? You cannot. What is the character? Two grown men who act like high school kids, who are cosplay DX guys, who are cosplay rockers. What is Omega's character? I don't know. What the hell is a cleaner? Is he a goddamn janitor? What's a cleaner? Right? Last year, people made a big deal about, oh, Kenny Omega, he's bringing back his cleaner gimmick. What the hell is a cleaner, dog? Is he maintenance? Is he a janitor? What's a cleaner? Because all I saw was women with a goddamn broom walking them down the aisle. So what is that gimmick? What is his character? What is a cleaner? If that character means he mops the floor up with his competition, then that's not a character. If your character is based on how good you are in your wrestling matches, guess what? That's not a character. It's like, bruh, everybody is good in a wrestling ring in 2022. Have you seen Matt Riddle? Every match Matt Riddle has, it's a great match. By that logic, he can call himself a goddamn cleaner because he mops the floor out with his competition. See what I'm saying? That's not a character. What is his character? Does Omega have a catchphrase? No. Can you describe the cleaner character? I don't know what it is. I've seen him in New Japan. I don't know what his character is. Now, it's not a bad thing that certain people don't have a character. Not everybody needs a character, right? It's all about having charisma. There are tons of guys in the business where, okay, they are popular, they are great, but I don't know what the character is, but at least they have charisma. At least they can talk, right? Not everybody has a character. Keith Lee has no character, right? There's tons of guys like that, okay, they don't have a character, but they have a certain charisma about them. Where it's like, okay, they don't need a character because they have charisma that can carry their weight. But once again, I'm like a guru when it comes to wrestling, bro. I'm like a damn guru. Y'all don't know shit. You don't know what a character is. Adam Cole, he has no character. He's just a guy who has charisma. That's not a character. What is Adam Cole all about? What is Adam Cole's Law all about? I don't know. But he has a presence. He has charisma. He can talk, but that's not a character. He just has charisma about him. He has a personality, but that's not a character. Let me tell you what a character is. Max Caster, that's a character. MJF, that's a character. Seth Rollins, that's a character. Kevin Owens, that's a character too. Drew McIntyre, that's a character. Roman Reigns, character. Matt Riddle, character. A lot of y'all don't know what a character, like The Miz, that's a character. Cody Rhodes, he is a character. Based on how he talks, I can describe what his character is. He's like a low budget John Cena. He's a low budget Hulk Hogan, really. So I can't really describe his character at this point. But Omega and Bucks, I don't know what the character is. What? Like I said, grown men who act like children? I don't know what the character is. Is Omega character based off freaking Street Fighter? I don't know. See what I'm saying? I love putting you on the spot. You can't describe what Omega's character is. I don't know what his character is. Is he a guy who makes goofy ass faces? Is that a character? What is the Bucks character? Like I said, all I see are cosplay DX wrestlers. They stole everything from DX. Let me use Roman Reigns as an example. Let me describe his character. He is a mob boss. He is a Samoan warrior. He takes his family very seriously. He is cocky, he is arrogant, but he's not loud with it. He has a cool, calm, collected kind of personality, but he knows he is the best. But most of the time, he doesn't need to tell you. All he has to do is look at the resume. He's a guy where you don't cross him. Don't push him to that ultimate limit or he will destroy you. Just like he did Drew McIntyre on SmackDown. Don't freaking push him. That's a character. He can be a crazy guy if you push him to a certain limit. He reminds me of Jake the Snake Roberts. That's who he is. That's a character. Don't mess with Roman Reigns when he's in a bad mood. When he's in a good mood, he could be one of the nicest guys in the world. But even then, he's very condescending because he's cocky, he's arrogant, he knows he's a good looking dude. That's a character. He's a cocky, arrogant prick. But he is not a prick all the time, just sometimes. And he thinks he's the boss of everything. He thinks he runs everything. He brainwashes his own family members. That's a character, dog. He thinks he's way better than The Rock. He thinks he's the head of the Samoan dynasty. That's a character, bruh. Alright, let me describe Drew McIntyre's current character. It's quite simple. he is Braveheart mixed with Conan the Barbarian. That's why Vince McMahon gave him a sword, because he thinks he looks like Conan the Barbarian. And Drew has a badass temper at times. He is not afraid to fight anybody. He'll fight you anywhere, any goddamn time. He has a badass personality. That's a character. He wears his hometown on his sleeve. He lives and dies by his hometown. He is a Scottish warrior who can sometimes be a Scottish psychopath. When you push him to a certain level, that's a character. Kevin Owens, his character is he is a everyday man. He knows he looks like shit, but he doesn't talk that way. He thinks he is the shit. He is not afraid of nobody though. He relies on his grit and his determination. And you can't underestimate him in the wrestling ring. It's like, yeah, he's fat, but he is very athletic. And he can talk his ass off. He is very, very condescending, but he can be very emotional and funny. And he's a badass at the same time. He's the kind of guy where you would want him if you were in a bar fight. He seems like the kind of guy that will have your back in a bar fight. He'll fight you anywhere, anytime. And once again, he is a everyday man who relates to average looking people. He is that average looking guy trying to be a pro wrestler. But he's cocky at the same time because he knows he's good at his job. It's like, yeah, I look like shit, but when that bell rings, I'm way, way better than you are. Don't pay attention to how I look. That's Kevin Owens. See, that's a character. I don't know what the Bucks and Omega's character is, bruh. And plus, let's say Triple H brings in the Bucks. That means he will forever lose FTR. You think FTR is gonna want to come back? If he signs the Bucks, they hate the Bucks. So they will be a lost cause. Dog, months ago, there was talk that the WWF, they were interested on bringing back FTR. That would be a no-go if they signed the Bucks, right? So there's no way in hell Triple H would choose the Bucks over FTR. That's why, nah, bro. The Bucks are not going to the WWF. Now, like, okay, let's say he does sign him. He needs to pull a Eric Bischoff. Remember what Bischoff did to Lex Luger? He needs to pull an Eric Bischoff on the Bucks and Omega. He needs to give them low-ball contracts. That's what they need to do. Give them low-ball contracts to prove their worth. Call those guys bluffs to have them not want to sign there. Call their goddamn bluff. Give them low-ball contracts like Bischoff did to Lex Luger. Give them $100K a piece. Just to prove a point. That's what H needs to do. But at the end of the day, I don't see those guys leaving AEW. This is just a bargaining chip to make Tony Khan sweat. Look, this would make Khan look so stupid. Just imagine, he loses all 4 EVPs. That will get to a point where, okay, Khan, it might be your fault. You might be the problem. How do you lose 4 EVPs? You are the problem then. Now, I gotta say this. Don't compare the Bucks and Omega to Cody Rhodes. During Cody Rhodes' last month with All Elite Wrestling, he was a free agent, which means he was free to talk to the WWF. That's why he signed there so quickly. He already had his contract in place while he was still wrestling for All Elite Wrestling. How can you not know that? He said it with his own mouth. He said it on a promo on Dynamite. He said he was a free agent. And Tony Khan, he never emailed him a new contract. So that means Cody Rhodes was free to talk to WWF. So it's apples and oranges. Now, hey, let's say Omega and the Bucks went to the WWF. I think it will devalue the name of Cody Rhodes. It will make him look less special. The reason Cody Rhodes is so special right now because it's crazy to see him back in the WWF, knowing he's a former AEW EVP. But if the goddamn other EVPs join him, it will make him look less goddamn special. Everybody always says, like, oh my God, for the past 2 weeks, everybody was always saying, oh, Cody Rhodes, he is smart to leave that mess that's AEW. Oh man, this is why Rhodes left. Okay. That means he left Omega and the Bucks. He left that mess that they created. So that really gets Cody Rhodes over as a guy who was smart, as a guy who knows that they are a sinking ship over there. If they run and join him, what can you say? That's all people always say is Cody Rhodes was smart for leaving that mess. He was smart for leaving that toxic locker room, right? Okay, that will look obsolete if the Bucks and Omega join him back in the WWF, right? Ain't they the reason why he left in the first place, right? So that would make zero sense. Dog, it will make Cody Rhodes look not special. He's special now because he had the balls to leave that cushy ass job he had in AEW. That whole locker room turned on him because of the Bucks and Omega. And their whole fan base turned on him. So Cody Rhodes, he had tons of sympathy. Tons of sympathy. The Bucks and Omega, they have zero sympathy. Those guys, they gotta stay where they at. Look, those guys were haters. Those guys were the ones that were spreading lies about Cody Rhodes, claiming Cody Rhodes was trying to go Hollywood. He didn't care about All Elite Wrestling. He was selfish. He was this. He was that. All he cared about was Hollywood and movies and TV shows. Even though Cody Rhodes was trying to give All Elite Wrestling more mainstream appeal. He was trying to get more eyes on a goddamn product. But the Bucks and Omega were hating on him for that, which made the fan base hate on Cody Rhodes for that. So why would Cody Rhodes want those guys to be in his company right now as we speak? Those guys were haters. They were jealous of him. Come on, man. Y'all gotta think. Now, I did say those guys are draws, right? But I didn't go deeper on what I meant by those guys being draws. I never said those guys would be draws for the WWF. I never said that. Look, let me tell you why those guys are draws, right? I would say maybe 400K of people who watch Raw and SmackDown are smart marks. I bet you're saying, where did I get the 400K from? I got that from freaking Rampage, right? You can see how many smart marks are still left. When it comes to the Bucks and Omega, I would say they draw maybe over 400K smart marks. But guess what? Those same smart marks, they watch Raw and SmackDown, which means Omega and the Bucks are not gonna bump any ratings because everybody who watches Rampage and Dynamite, they watch Raw and SmackDown, so the numbers won't get bumped. It's similar to NXT and on Dynamite. Remember, they were sharing the same audience. Remember how both of them used to go unopposed and they never really cracked 1 million? It was always maybe 800K tops, right? Because they shared the same audience. None of them got a bump. So here's what I mean. When it comes to Rampage, look, only smart marks watch Rampage. Why the hell would you watch Rampage when that show is taped? Like, dog, it's taped. You can watch the spoilers online. But the goddamn smart marks, they are so loyal and dedicated, they still watch just to watch the wrestling. But, dog, I don't watch taped shows. I don't. If I know the spoilers, I don't watch. It's like, what's the goddamn point? Like you gotta be a huge smart mark to watch Rampage, and knowing you know the results anyway. It's like, go online and search for the results, and they will tell you who won and who lost. I don't watch taped shows. That's stupid to me. But all the dedicated smart marks, they are very, very loyal. They gonna watch regardless. So how many viewers does Rampage get? What, maybe 40K on a good day? See, these are the people who watch Dynamite, right? So they average what, about 900K? I would say 40K is smart marks who are loyal to work rate wrestling, the flips and dives and the kicks. And the other 500K are casuals. Because how come those casuals don't watch Rampage when it's on the same goddamn network? And there's tons of advertisement. You know why? Casuals don't watch shows that are taped, knowing they could just watch the goddamn results. Right? So that's how you can dissect the casuals and the loyal smart marks. Only the smart marks watch Rampage. You gotta be a loyal ass wrestler fan, bruh, to watch taped Rampage, bruh. You gotta be a hardcore fan, and I'm not. That's it. I'm done.